1 year ago today, I reviewed this Apexel 2x telephoto lens, and then less than 10 days later, I reviewed this Ulanzi 2x telephoto lens, and both of those videos really helped to kick things off for me here on YouTube, which gave me purpose during uncertain times. So I do have a soft spot for both of these things. So today, 1 year later, I thought I would revisit them both for a little battle of the budget lens comparison. Let's start with design and build quality. With these curves and this little petal-shaped hood, the Ulanzi is clearly the better looking product, and it's also a lot larger, which makes it look and feel a lot more substantial than the Apexel, which is what you want when you're paying £10 more. The Ulanzi's build quality is also a lot better than the Apexel's. After this year, the Apexel's glass element has come loose and now it spins and rattles around, whereas the Ulanzi, which admittedly I have used a lot more, still feels solid. I am surprised I've not scratched the Ulanzi's huge front element over this past year, but that's something else. The Ulanzi does come with these two protective lens caps and a really nice hard carry case, whereas the Apexel, last year it came with this awkward little rubber tub. It was like so snug, it was really fiddly to get it in and out of, whereas today it looks like it just comes with a little pouch. Something they both come with though are these little clips for attaching them to your phone. Now I'm not sure which clips you'll get today, but last year the Apexel came with this one, which is really nice actually, and the Ulanzi came with this and this one. But as I always say with these smartphone lens clips, I highly recommend just getting rid of them and investing in a dedicated lens case like this one instead. And I said this when I originally reviewed the Ulanzi, and over this past year, using a variety of lenses, that has only been reinforced 100%. Clips are fiddly, they're awkward, you have to spend time making sure that the lens is perfectly aligned, and they block your screen, plus you have to shoot with your phone unprotected because they don't fit around a majority of cases. But you don't have any of these problems with a dedicated case. You literally just screw the lens on and you're good to go. Perfect alignment every single time and nothing blocking your screen. I've literally had this Ulanzi case on ever since I first reviewed this lens last year, and it's been an absolute joy to use. It still looks good, it still protects my phone, and because it uses a 17mm mount just like the lenses do, I can use the Apexel with it as well. And finally, these smartphone cases aren't expensive, so if smartphone photography or videography is your thing, then I highly recommend investing in one. But either way, with or without the case, the Ulanzi comes with more accessories, which you expect for more money. Something else you expect, considering it costs more, is that the Ulanzi is going to outperform the Apexel. And in terms of focal length, it does. From what I can see, neither of these lenses deliver true 2x magnification. They're both telling porcupines, but the Ulanzi at least certainly comes close. But despite not delivering on what they promised, they still both magnify your composition enough to allow you to take the photos that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. When you shoot with a single lens iPhone like the XR, you can get bored of seeing that same focal length, that same field of view every single time. So when you attach one of these lenses, it can reinvigorate your interest in mobile photography. At least it does for me anyway. By the way, if you like smartphone photography and videography, then my YouTube channel is literally all about it. In fact, I'm filming this very video on my iPhone 12 Pro with Ulanzi Vision's vlog kit, which I'm testing out for my next video. So if that sounds good, then consider subscribing. Now, the other main concern with these lenses is image quality, and it's well known that if you place more glass over your iPhone's lens, especially cheap glass like this, then there will be some degrading of image quality. But you may have already noticed that the image quality of both of these is equally excellent, and while they do exhibit some corner softness and the occasional flaring, I'm really impressed with their overall sharpness and performance, especially when you consider the price. And while I carefully kept track of which photographs were taken with which lens during testing, there was one occasion where I forgot, and you really can't tell which is which really does go to show that these are equals when it comes to image quality, and that rattling really hasn't affected the apexel. Now, a major contributor to the image quality I've been getting is the fact that I shoot in RAW, so definitely consider doing so if you don't already. And if you're a beginner and you're unsure about RAW, I have a video going into detail about my complete shooting and editing workflow. And that's photos, but what about video? Well, I'd say that they're actually even more effective when it comes to video because they tone down that overly sharpened iPhone look. And the magnified focal length really helps isolate your subject, which can provide a more professional looking video. It's kind of ironic that I'm talking about more professional video when I'm in this room with its terrible acoustics, but never mind. Anyway, when it comes to video, both of the lenses perform equally well, but if you are serious about smartphone video and you use a gimbal, then the edge might go to the apexel, just because it's smaller and lighter, which will make it easier to balance your gimbal. And the apexel's slightly shorter focal length means that you can focus more closely. Just be aware that you will have a bit more of a fight on your hands to avoid camera shake when you use one of these telephoto lenses. So to recap, the image quality between the two lenses is equal, but the Ulanzi has the better build quality. It also comes with more accessories, the focal length is larger, and Ulanzi's advertising is more honest. You see, the last time I reviewed the Apexel, they were using all sorts of professional DSLR and mirrorless photographs, claiming that it was what could be achieved with their lens. Now, they still have a couple of these photos, but they're a lot more subtle about it. Anyway, even though it's £10 more expensive, the Ulanzi is the better value for money. So for me, it is the winner here. Having said that, I'm still really impressed with the image quality from the £20 Apexel, and that is my battle of the budget telephoto lens comparison, whatever I've decided to call this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all your support over this past year, and I hope to see you again this time next year. But in the meantime, again, I'm not going to cut this bit out. Thanks for watching, take care, stay curious, and Aussie Buna. Back around, sheep back around, sheep back around. Back around, back around, back around, back around, back around. Aussie Buna, Aussie Buna, Aussie Buna, Aussie Buna, Nabde Buna. No, just Aussie Buna. No more Pecorand. No, I changed it. I changed from Pecorand to Aussie Buna. Aussie Osborne. And then I will say Nevadem Neliminatza. Oh. Nabde Buna. Nabde Buna.